something about journalism, something about a professional. I can't really make out what's happening. I'm asking about the instrument.
So Tim Walz fucked the fuck up. Tim Walz fucked the fuck up. What did he say? He said he's going to expand the war in Israel. He says he's all about Israel expanding. Yeah, go ahead and bomb motherfucking Lebanon. Go ahead and bomb goddamn Egypt. Go ahead and bomb fucking Germany and Britain while you're at it, right? Just bomb, bomb, bomb. Right? Bomb, bomb, bomb. Bomb, bomb. Israel, bomb, bomb. This guy here, Chris Williamson, interviewed this Eric Weinstein. Let's go to the front of this. He is so dramatic. He is so dramatic.
What you interpret by what can be unburdened by what has been. What does that mean?
Right, so he just asked a simple question. This guy, Chris Williamson, he says, Kamala says this quote. She actually has two parts to the quote, so they kind of chopped it up, but they were saying that we need to think about the future and not be unburdened by what has been, which is just progressive, right? Let's move forward. Let's not be burdened by that which has happened in the past. Now, this guy, Eric Weinstein, he's looking down and he's like, you know, kind of hitting his fingers, and he does like one of these little blows, like cheek blows. I don't know if we should. He's going to say he doesn't know if he should say it. I don't know if I should tell you this.
I don't know if I should say.
That pause was all him. There was like a 10-second, pause. I don't know if I should tell you where she's getting this stuff.
There's a line in Marx where sometimes you hear certain phrases like a world.
So he's going to say something that there's some kind of sentence that's in Karl Marx that is somehow tied to what Kamala Harris is saying. Oh, okay, tied with Karl Marx. You know, Karl Marx said that capitalism is kicking ass and taking names. Capitalism is revolutionary. Capitalism is changing everything. You know, that's what Karl Marx said. That's what Karl Marx said. So any of you fucking Milton Friedmanists, capitalist, laissez-faire, any of you goddamn motherfucker, capitalism is the fucking way, the truth, and the life, people. Well, you should know, Karl Marx said that shit first, you fucking Marxist. I mean, you could tie anything to goddamn Karl Marx, but he does say something interesting about AOC.
World to win. AOC uses the phrase, we have a world to win.
We got a world to win. And then that's not the last thing. He says, Marx says, then all the workers of the world unite. Let's unite. All the workers of the world. Let's unite. So we got a world to win. You know, a lot of people say that. There's this one song that said we were just talking about how we're going to try to take over the world or something. But this hanging out with my friends and theorizing how you're going to take over the world. And to take over the world in a communist idea is we're going to give bread to everybody, right? Peace, land, and bread to everybody. Pass out the peace, pass out the land, pass out the bread. So really it's just a different ideology. But the people that say they're going to take over the world, like what? Pinky and the damn brain? Pinky and the damn brain? Oh, that Nazi Germany motherfuckers. And who's the empire today? Who's got 1,000 military bases all over the world? Well, we'll get back to that in a second. And for what purpose? Pinky and the brain, fascism, they're just going to take over the fucking world because they want the world and fuck you. No peace, no land, no bread. They want to fucking take over the world. I want everything in it. I want the world, Chico, and everything in it. That's Al Pacino. That's Al Pacino.
Which comes from the end of the Communist Manifesto, originally written in German.
Okay, so this guy, this has got fucking nearly 5 million views. Because basically he's saying, well, Kamala Harris, she used a phrase, she said capitalism is kicking ass and taking names. That's Marxism. That's fucking Marxism. Unburdened by what has been? Well, shit. You remember what Nazi Germany was doing? They went ahead and wiped out all those people, and they didn't want to be burdened by that. the Mussolini, the right-wing fascism, the right-wing death squads in Guatemala. Let's not be burdened by what has. I've heard a lot of people say, let's move forward, let's carry on, be progressive. In a way, that's kind of what, whatever. I think you're making too much of it. But the AOC connection was interesting because it's not the last line of the Communist Manifesto. It's the second to last line. We have a world to win. She said she was a Marxist. AOC said she was a Marxist. So, but this has nothing to do with this Eric Weinstein or this Chris fucking guy. We're going to talk about Tim Walz.
Keep in mind where this started. October 7th, Hamas terrorists massacred over 1,400 Israelis and took prisoners. Israel's ability to be able to defend itself is absolutely fundamental. Getting its hostages back, fundamental, and ending the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. But the expansion of Israel and its proxies is an absolute fundamental necessity for the United States to have the steady leadership there. You saw it experienced today, where along with our...
Okay, so this quote, this is actually... The New York Post is, copy and pasted this, so they're stealing, the intellectual property. New York Post is, but the New York Post is trying to say he stumbles over the first question because he says, well, Israel or Iran. So which is it, huh? Are you on the side of Israel or you're on the side of Iran? People misspeak all the time. Actually, I just saw a quote of mine. I was talking about how the free world has united in defense of Ukraine, but instead I said the free world has united against Ukraine. No, I want Ukraine to be defended. I think that one neighbor cannot invade another neighbor. So Russia has invaded their neighbor. Israel has invaded Gaza, West Bank, Lebanon, probably goddamn Germany and Britain and Italy and California and Texas and Massachusetts as well. So one neighbor cannot invade another neighbor. That's the United Nations. That's World War II. That's the Greatest Generation. That's what Hitler's mistake was. He invaded the Sudetenlands, then he invaded Austria, then he invaded Poland. So they're sitting there making it sound like Israel or Iran. Let him say his point, you fucking pile of shit. Just because he doesn't have a automatic response of hating goddamn Iran and loving fucking Israel. Well, fuck Iran and everything that they do. Yeah, well, Israel's the fucking piece of shit who's killing a bunch of children. 200,000 kids. 200,000 people have been killed in Gaza and Palestine and the West Bank. 200,000. We're invading the West Bank for what reason? They're bombing Lebanon, but out of the 200,000, most of them are children. Oh, okay, great job, Israel. You keep murdering a bunch of innocent kids. It's the slaughter of the innocents. Yeah, you're pro-life, America? No, you're not. You spent over $30 billion to motherfucking kill a whole bunch of babies, a whole bunch of children. You're not pro-life if you believe in the mass slaughter and the genocide of a whole bunch of kids. That's not fucking pro-life in the slightest. Over $30 billion. That's a lot of fucking cheese. $30 billion? You know what we could have bought for $30 billion? I don't know. We could have bought like ice cream or something. But I guarantee you that if I had $30 billion, I wouldn't have spent it on killing a bunch of children. I would not have spent $30 billion on killing a bunch of children. Where Tim Walz actually made the mistake is right here.
Gaza. But the expansion of Israel and its proxies is an absolute fundamental necessity for the United States to have the steady leadership there. You saw it experienced today.
The expansion of Israel is absolutely necessary. Oh, we're going to stop the Gaza humanitarian crisis. How? Once they fucking submit, once they kiss Israel's ass, they're speaking double speak. You know, you got Biden sitting there saying Netanyahu's an evil fucking guy. And I said, I believe in Zionism, but you're a piece of shit. You're the worst fucking guy. I disagree with everything that you think. Oh, okay, but you give him $30 billion. So you don't really disagree with him that much now, do you? Tent cities out in the open. This is an open-air prison. You got a bunch of tent cities out in the open. How are they supposed to survive in a tent when they're being fucking bombed? On top of it, they're bombing hospitals. They're bombing schools. They're even bombing United Nations refugee camps. And why are they killing the kids? All because the terrorists are hiding behind the kids. Oh, okay, you know what politicians fucking do? So he fucked up by saying, we're going to let Israel expand. We're going to let Israel be imperialist. We're going to let Israel take more territory. Take territory that is not theirs. Why don't they just stay in their own country? Why don't you build some skyscrapers? Build up instead of building out. You got plenty of space in Israel. You don't need to take that other guy's land. Every calorie that goes into Gaza is being counted. Cynthia McKinney tried to give him some damn food. But do we give him any food? No, we're not going to give Gaza any food. We can't even have humanitarian aid going into Gaza. They're destroying the fucking roads. They're destroying the infrastructure. They've already displaced the entire country. 2 million people have been displaced. They've had to move once, twice, 3 times. Israel's a goddamn army of rapists. Yeah, he was embarrassed at first, but now that rapist soldier is all fucking proud of himself. We're on the side of fucking soldier rapist pieces of shit. Well, hey, when you take that territory, make sure you rape them too. That's how you win hearts and minds. There's only 2 solutions with Israel and Gaza. You got 2 neighbors who keeps warring against each other. Well, either A, you stay on your side and I'll stay on mine, which is the 2-state solution, or integration. We're going to be a great society where we're integrated. So let's get the Palestinian registered to vote and make them a citizen. If we're not going to do integration and we're not going to do the 2-state solution, they're doing fucking annexation and genocide. They're stealing land and they're killing the people that's on top of the land. And the whole fucking world sees this. The whole fucking world sees this. So when Iran sprayed Tel Aviv with a bunch of fucking rockets, with a bunch of missiles and shit, I didn't hear about anybody dying, but I saw some video clips of Netanyahu fucking running. Oh, well, Netanyahu and his rapist soldiers are a bunch of proud raping piles of shit, and they're getting financed by the U.S. government to a tune of $30 billion. And don't think Donald will do anything better. He's going to make it fucking worse. It's a white supremacist colonialist project, and it's bullshit. So Tim Walz fucked up when he said that he's going to let Israel expand.
Proxies is an absolute fundamental Gaza. But the expansion of Israel and its proxies is ending the humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
Oh, that's nice. He mentioned the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, but is a contradiction. But means what I just fucking said was bullshit. Here's the real thing that I think. Here's the real thing that Tim Walz thinks.
But the expansion of Israel and its proxies is an absolute fundamental necessity for the United States to have the steady leadership there. You saw it, experienced.
The proxies. And not only are we going to let Israel expand and be imperialist, but whoever their proxies are. Who the fuck are their proxies? What are you fucking talking about, man? People don't want you taking territory. Why don't you take some of the desert that nobody even fucking gives a shit about? Nobody's over there on that piece of desert. Take that fucking piece of desert. Jesus Christ. It's like, no, I want that land that house and that family is on. That's that house and family's land. In Kentucky, you had, in the very beginning of Kentucky's history, they tried to say who owns the land and who doesn't own the land. Well, you had a whole bunch of absentee landlords, people that was away, and then you had a whole bunch of squatters. And so ultimately what the courts had decided was you have a house and you got a crop, you have at least an acre of corn, and you built the house, that's yours. You get that house and you get that crop of corn, you get that area right there.
Today, we're along with our Israeli partners. And
that's what we need to do in Israel and Gaza. Yeah, don't bomb the fucking houses, don't bomb the buildings, don't bomb the hospitals, don't bomb the fucking goddamn schools. It's fucking bullshit, actually. You know, here's something J.D. Vance said about Israel.
Today, in the United States, there are literal pro-Hamas protesters around the country calling for a ceasefire. And what they're really calling for is for a unilateral surrender. I have a different message. The only way this war is going to end is when Hamas gives up its arms and stops the fighting and lets the hostages come home. That is the way to end this conflict.
You know, the whole tactic of having hostages is absolutely disgusting. The whole idea of them saying it's about the hostages, So then you should just bomb them and kill people, but don't take any prisoners. I don't know. I would rather my people come back home, you know? Oh, what? You went over there and they just killed you? Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll just forget about you now. Well, that's no good. Why would you want something like that to happen? Yeah, that's exactly what Trump is going to do. If we get stuck in a fucking war, they might criticize Biden for the war, but they're to the right. They're going to sit there and say, let Israel kill, kill, kill. Take more fucking land. Keep on destroying everybody until the end. Who gives a flying fuck? That's what J.D. Vance and Trump is all about. They're trying to outright wing the conservative Democrats. The Democrats are already conservative. So you're talking batshit crazy shit, motherfucker. To keep it a little less, but it's kind of hard. Like, let's just put the genocide off to the side and let's try to talk about something else. Okay, so put the genocide off to the side. Okay, the mass slaughter of innocent children. Let's just put that over there. Okay, now that we put the mass slaughter of children on another table, in the vice presidential debate, there was a couple damning non-answer. J.D. Vance wouldn't say that he lost the 2020 election. J.D. Vance said, not at the debate, but before, he had said that he would have helped Trump steal the election. So that's fucking important. He's going to help him steal the election? Oh, okay. So instead of being like Mike Pence, Mr. Constitutionalist, let's do things by the book. Hey, wait a second. We didn't actually win this election, Donald. Oh, he's going to be like, wait a second. You want me to find 11,000 votes? All right, hold on, Donald. I'll get you 11,000 votes. That's what J.D. Vance is going to do. He'll go ahead and get his fucking Daddy Warbucks and another 11,000 votes. In Georgia? All right, hold on. Let me get a ticket here. Georgia? All right, I'll be in Georgia in an hour. I'll find you 11,000 votes there, Daddy Warbucks. Now, when it comes to Tim Walz, he said that he was in Tiananmen Square in 1989. He was there, okay? Oh, he showed up a couple months later and he was in a hotel. No, Tim Walz was in Tiananmen Square in China in 1989. And the reason why I know that, because I was with him. I was with Tim Walz. We were there, me and Tim Walz and the tank man in Tiananmen. We were sitting there stopping the tanks. We was right there in the middle of it. We were supporting that guy. It wasn't just one tank man. We were jumping up on the tanks. We were sitting there telling the damn tanks, you better not kill the people of China. And the tanks just stopped. We had a little grocery bag. We were just walking by. And then we stopped all them damn tanks. And you know what? School shooters need friends too. Oh, what? I didn't say that. Tim Walz said that. Tim Walz.
You opposed an assault weapons ban, but it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen.
He sat in the park, what did he say, with the Sandy Hook shooters? And then he became...
You previously opposed an assault weapons ban, but it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office with those Sandy Hook parents. I've become friends with school shooters. I've seen it. Look, the NRA, I was the NRA guy for a long time. They used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That
doesn't sound like he misspoke. That sounds like he was in Tiananmen in front of the tank man. He probably is friends with the damn school shooters because he knows public education is bullshit. And then he was there talking to the parents of Sandy Hook, right? Because the parents are the ones that the parents are the people. The parents are the ones, they're not at the low end of the totem pole. I also went to Gaza with Trump too. Yeah, right, he misspoke. He is friends with school shooters and you fucking know it. I went to Gaza with Trump also. Trump said that he was in Gaza and he's going to make it like Mastodon. He was going to make it like Macombe. He was going to make it, I don't know, he was going to build Gaza up like some great Monaco. He said Monaco. Monaco is what? Gorgeous, some wonderful island. Where is Monaco at? So when he talks about what is beautiful all around the world, well, this is the French Riviera in the Italian region of Liguria in Western Europe. Monaco. I'm going to make Gaza like Monaco. He couldn't think of a damn American city. There wasn't a single American city. Let's make it like Chicago. Let's make it like LA. Let's make it even like goddamn motherfucking Birmingham, you know, without the goddamn racism. just have the buildings to where they're standing up and not being bombed. Let's just have, hospitals and schools and not bomb the shit out of them. So when he talks about being friends with school shooters, this is what these fucking genocidal goddamn maniacs are all about. He is friends with school shooters because he doesn't give a shit about the mass slaughter of innocent children in Gaza and Palestine, in Lebanon, even here in this country. He doesn't give a shit. It's about power and control. Assault weapons banned because it's about power and control. He'll be friends with the parents. He'll be friends with the survivors. But what? You were captured in war? Well, that makes you a damn loser. And he doesn't give a shit about those who have lost. What, Martin Luther King? You're not around no more? So Trump said he went to Gaza. Bullshit. Tim Walz didn't go to fucking Tiananmen Square. And Donald Trump didn't go to Gaza. His campaign said he went to Israel. That's not Gaza. And it is Israel. Okay. Well, me and Donald Trump, we stood in front of the tanks too in Gaza. Me and Donald Trump was saying, stop! Stop this war! We went up to Netanyahu and smacked him in the mouth. Actually, me and Trump, we had arrested Netanyahu. Me, Tim Walz, we arrested the damn fucking prime minister, or who the fuck ever, of China. First, me and Tim Walz arrested the leader of China. Then me and Trump went ahead and arrested Netanyahu. Me and Trump went to Gaza during the Nakba. Me and Trump was there in 1948. And we were telling Israel, no, Truman, you damn Democrat. We're sick of your imperialism. That's what me and Trump did. And me and Hillary Clinton, well, when we landed in Bosnia, we were under sniper fire as well. Okay? So, man, that Tim Walz, what a folksy brat. He is such a folksy brat. When it comes to your policy of mass slaughter of innocent children, Tim Walz, I think it's revolting and disgusting and bullshit. You're okay with your friends with school shooters in America. You don't give a damn about the 200,000 that Israel has fucking killed. They've expanded into Lebanon. If they get us fucking stuck in a bigger war, if we get fucking nuked because of this shit, yeah, it's not on me. Greg Gianforte, the fucking governor of Montana, he's going to sit there and just say, everybody that has, well, we got to stand with Israel. We got to stand with Israel. Yeah, because you're a good Christian, because you're a good American. You stand with Israel makes you a bad Christian. You stand with Israel makes you a bad American too. I'm going to let that country just do whatever the hell they want to do. Why? I don't know. The political leaders say it's okay. $30 billion? Hey, you got $30 billion? Yeah, you want me to what? Go bomb some fucking foreign countries? Just give me $30 billion. Yeah, $30 billion, America. There, that's not on the cheap. You're fucking taking what? $200 out of every American's pocket to bomb a bunch of children? Motherfuckers. $750 is what they could give for the people in the hurricane, right? $750. And how the fuck do you get this money? Goddamn Americans. Yeah, whenever the government gives out money, how come I don't get, I'm poor, how come I'm not able to get this shit? There's like child fucking income tax credits and shit, fucking Medicaid and food stamps, there's a whole bunch of government programs. But you walk in the door, you apply for this shit, and they say, no, you're not good enough. Oh, you were supposed to make under $5,000. Well, I made $5,001. Well, you're rich. You're middle class. $5,001 is fucking rich. Get the hell out of here. Me and Hillary can survive Bosnia, and me and Trump can survive Gaza, and me and Tim Walz can survive Tiananmen Square, and goddamn it, some of the rest of y'all can stand up too. You think I was easy standing up to them tanks in Iran? I mean, Tiananmen Square in China in 1989. You think that was easy?